Hello, and welcome back to the Bay of Sins. We are making the police force today. Good, great. I don't know how many of these we'll get done. So, I think I want to make 12 police people. Again, you know, probably I should just make sort of like 3 or 4 or 5 or something, and then sort of randomly place them around about. But I don't know. I would like to make it feel a little bit more handcrafted. That's the word I'm gonna use. Handcrafted. Anyway, moving on. Moving on from that silly point that didn't really mean anything. The first part of it did. The second part, not so much. Basins, police officer, male 01. It's the most imaginative name I've ever come up with. Alright, moving on. Let's call him Policeman. Yes. Good. Wonderful. I don't know if I want to call him Policeman. There's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like someone's gonna find that weird. Ugh. I don't know if this is a British thing or not. Policeman, policewoman. Let's just call them a police officer. There we go, a nice unisex name that I don't need to pay any attention to now. So the other thing is that this guy's probably... Oh no, wait, we're not using templates. I forgot about the template thing. I forgot that we're just duplicating people because that's quicker. There's probably a very good reason why you shouldn't duplicate people. I don't know what it is. Moving on. Let's see now. We don't need any of this. Relationships, traits. I don't know why I thought this would take me to stats, but I honestly believed that. Easy level mult because we're lazy. If any of you are running around with level 100 characters, have fun. Anyway. Agility. I don't think he's particularly agile. I mean, the police force as a whole, I feel is probably not very agile. We'll put them at average agility. Say 5. Charisma, they don't have any of that. What? Endurance, they've probably got a fair amount of endurance actually. I think probably about a 7. Health-wise, I want to give them 200 health, which I think is like Deathclaw level, so I probably shouldn't do that. Let's give them 140. Why not? That seems fine to me. Alright, just double check how much health the Deathclaw gets. I don't know why the Deathclaw is like my upper limit, considering you kill one as like your first enemy in the game, but still. Deathclaw 1 template. Let's have a look. Stats. No, it has 510 health. I can absolutely give them 200. What am I worried about? Although that did maybe look like a legendary Deathclaw. Which, yeah. What about this? 510. Okay, let's give them 200. I think that gives them the most health out of anyone in the bay. So maybe I should leave them at 140. Screw it, let's give them 200. There we go, 200, why not? Intelligence, I'm fairly sure this doesn't matter for NPCs anyway. I'll give them a 5, why not? Luck, I think they are averagely lucky as a whole. Perception, you would think the police would be perceptive, but these are not, you know, police people. Police-trons who are any good at their job. They just sort of, you know, take bribes, do corrupt things. They don't actually solve crimes. So I think their perception will be 5. They haven't spent any time being perceptive or trying to increase that anyway. Strength, you know, I think they've got a 7 in strength from all the physical harassment that I'm sure goes on. All right, templates. Don't know why I clicked that. Probably shouldn't have. Factions. Gibson's general faction. In the back of my head, I'm sort of 90% convinced that I'm going to end up deleting this faction. Because it'll end up being a problem later. Probably not, actually. No, thinking upon that, there will be a script that deletes them later on, depending on your choices as the player. Alright, aggressive. Average, sure. I think they should help friends and allies to work better as a cohesive unit. AI packages, inventory. Ah, here we go. I don't know why I said that on inventory, but I did. Yeah, sure, that's what I wanted to have. Good. Where's my police outfit? Here it is. Alright, inventory. I want to give them a combat rifle, as I recall. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. I'm not doing it this way. I don't know why they bother including this little drop down. I suppose because it ties the whole count thing and stuff together nicely. Or why this is here. It doesn't affect anything anymore. Those were the days when weapons broke. Actually, I'm gonna be honest, that didn't really matter that much. Combat rifle. Let's see now. I kind of want to give them automatic combat rifles, but I think that might be too mass. Maybe we should give them shotguns. Actually, go for that stereotype. I don't know. Give them automatic combat shotguns. Good. Let me go check what Ryan has, because I'm pretty sure we gave him more or less the standard fare. Wow, there's no one else in the game called Ryan. Who knew? Where's our inventory? There it is. Ooh, we did give him an automatic. This is gonna be massively unfair later. Alright, good. If you enjoy playing on the hardest difficulty, I'm sure this will be good fun for you. Alright, combat rifle ammo. Apparently an automatic combat rifle. What the hell was I thinking? It's fine, they won't be able to hit anything. They're glorified stormtroopers. Right, in fact, they're not even glorified, they're just, you know, stormtroopers. Oh, I forgot about this part. I always like going to that part and then immediately remembering that I have to close it before I can edit it, just to really fuck everything up. What else has police in its name? Apparently all of this does. What are their police officers called? They're called security, aren't they? I bet they're called Diamond City Security. Oh no, they're called police officer as well. Ooh. Alright, let's save, because lately the GEC has been like, hey, you doing stuff over there? No, I'm just gonna crash it real quick. And that's been breaking my heart. All over the floor. Okay. Grime. You know, I think they've probably got some mud and blood on them. A little bit of that. I'm glad that I can click custom to decide it. But part of me is like, you know, I want to just actually have blood splattered on their face, but oh, you know what? Since we are making specifically 12 NPCs for the police force, and there's only going to be 12, that means that we could splatter blood on this man's face, and it wouldn't necessarily be weird, because it wouldn't be like a thing where it's like, oh, there are 5 police officers just covered in blood all the time. Although it would be a little bit odd to see just a guy covered in having some blood on him all the time. Just like, oh, okay. But let's do it anyway. Okay. That does not look like blood. I need to make this darker. Give it a nice sort of dried. That doesn't make any sense. Apparently he doesn't wash his face after people bleed on him. Good. This was not a good plan. So, you know, in the future, if you're thinking to yourself, long-term character, want them always to permanently be splattered in blood, I recommend making it very bright, so that it's obvious that that's what that is. Let's tone this down a bit. Nothing's like super dirty or anything. At least not literally. Hair, this one. Facial hair, that one, sure. Deep red. Face, doesn't matter. Eyes, these ones. Hair, that one. Facial hair, we'll give him a beard, why not? Eyebrows. Forgot that you set those over here. I always forget that you set them over here. Face tattoo. This guy have a face tattoo? I don't... I always want the face tattoo to be something that I won't immediately regret. And it never is, because it's always directly on their forehead, like every time. And I don't know what to do about that. So, good. I feel a sneeze coming, so that'll be fun. And then the ones that aren't named are just something like that. Don't know why I'm saying all this. Let's not bother with the face tattoo. I think basically, you know, any tattoo you get, like right here, is just gonna look weird no matter what it is. Unless it's like a tattoo of somebody else's forehead, which would be incredibly funny. I would like that. That one. Damage. This one. Maybe that much. This much damage. Yeah, there we go. A little bit more damage, maybe right stitches, sure. Maybe sort of that. Does that mean the stitches are faded too? No, that looks okay. Alright, what else do I want to do? Do I want to give him any markings? Oh, these are freckles and things. Let's give him some lower freckles. There aren't enough people with freckles in this mod, so let's give him 0.73 freckles. Blemishes, don't think he's got any of those. I think he's well fed, well exercised. I think he's alright in that area. Alright, and now the sliders. I like how I'm like, you know, we should make them look handcrafted so that it's a little bit, and then just, you know, randomly screw around with the sliders. To be honest, if I were doing sort of like, I don't know, 20 police officers or something, I would probably stop at maybe, I don't know, 6 or something, do like 3 male ones and 3 female ones. But I feel like 12, you know, just 8 less than that is enough that I can just randomly do sliders all day. I mean, handcraft each one. Handcraft in quotations. Ugh. I think I've got one of those sneezes where you think you're gonna sneeze and then you don't. If anyone else is experiencing that, my sympathies. Alright, let's move these around a little bit. Part of me knows that if the default face we saw didn't also look like the default player face, I probably wouldn't bother moving sliders around. There's a fair chance of that. Anyway. I feel like if we just change this guy's nose, that'll be enough. What the fuck is going on with his chin? Okay. Right then. Alright, where is that nose? Let's scale down the nose tip. Possibly, I don't know, have it droop down, move it up. I don't know why all of my generic characters have noses that are moved up. Apparently that is a thing. We want to do the exposition, that doesn't really matter. Alright, forehead, face large, eyelids, nose ridge. Did I miss nose full? Was that earlier and I didn't notice it? Apparently the Z slider does nothing, so that's good. I'm gonna give him a nose that looks like there's a chunk missing from it. I don't know why I want that. Only that I do. Let me see. One of our noses gone. How did I miss one of those? Let's see. This feels like a nose that would break very easily. If that were a thing in Fallout, which it's not. So, never mind. Let's see. There we are. There is the missing chunk. Upon having that chunk missing, I immediately regret that decision. Okay, this man looks rather odd. I don't know where that's going to end up. Apparently over here. I don't want to have them scaled down quite that much, but have them scaled down. You might be thinking, well, I mean, you know, your mouse is over to the left most of the time. I mean, the creation kit has a lot of lag, no matter what you're doing. I don't know where it thought my mouse would be. That's my excuse. Is that enough? I think that's probably okay. So, save again, because, you know, getting fucked is just part of using the creation kit, apparently. Baveson's male, police officer male 02. And now to move things around. He's got this color of hair, and that color of eyebrow. What a weird mix. Grime, I think this guy's got a clean face, why not? I don't think he's got any grime on him. Brows, okay, we're gonna give him a mixture of low and average. No, we're not. That's bullshit. I lied. Go away. Apparently, can't play with this one. Don't know why that is. That one. Rid of these scars. You know what? Maybe this is like a fresh-faced new recruit into the police force, and as a result, doesn't have any scars. That's it. He just doesn't have scars. I don't know. Sure. Yeah. Why not? That's fine by me. Let's do our favorite part, choosing the hair, that one, obviously, and Big Beard 03. Everybody loves a good big beard. Eyes, I don't think we want green bloodshot. Hazel green, sure, why not? Character gen morphs, I guess. Sure. I'm gonna accidentally make everyone look the same again. Going to happen. Let's see now. I think I need to play with the nose the most. Because otherwise he's going to end up looking like our other police officer, which would be just awful. Just awful. And we need a very diverse and different looking police force. The most important thing. Ask any police officer and they will tell you having a diverse and different looking police force is the number one thing. I feel like he looks like some sort of villain from something, although I can't quite place what. If you know what villain he resembles from whatever TV show, feel free to comment below. Or to the side if you're on Twitch. I don't know, whatever. Just put it somewhere. Maybe I should make some of them look alike, and then we can have a contextual narrative about how they're brothers. Sure. I don't know. I feel like I need to do something with the forehead as well. Just bring that down. I think that'll help. I don't know why I think that'll help. I just think that it will. We'll give him some big eyes too. Maybe that'll make him look slightly less thin. Nope. Never mind. That did not. Okay. Let me see now. Let's scale up the nose tip. Why not? Scale up the mouth. Sure. I don't see a problem with that. And scale down our forehead. I like that the only discernible effect is that his hair gets shorter. Just move it all down. I don't care anymore. We'll leave the exposition alone. I don't think that's gonna be good. What? That man's nose has been pushed in. I think this is sufficiently different at this point. Move the nose ridge out, if that helps. Fill that up a bit, sure. Alright, yeah, that's fine. I think he's droopy to his friends. I also think he hates his friends. Right. Venue form? Yeah. Let me do this. Alright. Police officer. Great. Fantastic. I have to say, it has really sped up the process, just, duplicating people. Alright, grime. Sure, let's add some grime. Why not? This is the part where any pretense of thinking about what we're doing is just thrown out completely. This one, arched full. Face tattoo, we don't want any of that. Skin tints, I don't know, that one. Damage, this lip cup, serial lip color, still at it. Markings, should we give him full face molds? I don't fully know what I'm doing with that, what the hell I've unleashed upon him, but that'll be interesting to see. And let's give him a forehead scar, because forehead scars are far too rare. Far too rare. Hair color, that one. Oh, wait, no. I don't have the DLC one. This one. And that one. Eyes, do this, sure, why not? Hair, that one, perfect. And you know what? Let's make him clean shaven. Yeah. And give him dirty teeth. Oh, why I want to give this guy in particular dirty teeth, but I do. Oh, the full-faced moles, they look bad. Alright, moving on. Still wish there was just a randomize button. Just click the randomize button, be done with it. Okay. Now, I think after we have the police force done, I'll move back to the Produce Guild and do some stuff with them. I think I need to make some scientists for them. Scientists, quote unquote. People working in greenhouses. And I think that's about it for people who are actually properly affiliated with the Produce Guild. And then it'll be making fishermen. That is when I will make like 3 fishermen, and just that'll be it. And there will be spread, sprinkled throughout the bay. I don't know. I'll probably make 6 fishermen. I think 6 is a good number. Maybe more than 6. Maybe 8. 8 might be okay. 8 might be just enough to avoid repetition. Although, that said, I don't know why I'm that concerned about repetition, because I don't think anyone is actually going to look at these characters. Although, if you are one of those people, I don't know if this is even a kind of person, but if you're someone who, when you're going through Diamond City or, Megaton in Fallout 3, if you go and look at all the random NPCs and try to find, like, all the matching ones or something, I hope you'll appreciate this, because none of the police officers will match, or any of the hobos, or any of the security guards for the Produce Guild, nor any of the scientists who I haven't made yet. I don't know why I'm calling them scientists, they're just gonna be guys with watering cans. But there we go. It's because originally I wanted them to be scientists. What the hell? May have gone overboard on the nose ridge. Wow, that is nasty. Holy shit. Okay. Let's do that. Sure. It's sufficiently different now. Yeah, I think so. Oh, don't want him to be O2 though. He is male officer O3. That is one thing to be aware of. You're duplicating things, is to remember to rename them. Otherwise you'll end up in a situation where you're just editing the same thing over and over. Alright. Should we make a female officer now? Made enough male officers? Sure, let's do a female officer. Female. says T-mail. Good, nice, perfect. Traits. Alright. Now to play with Actually, wait, do we need to play with sliders? Has that kept all the sliders from before? Oh my no. God damn it. That would have been oh so nice. Alright. That one. This one. That. They all have mud and blood. I don't know why. I'm glad that apparently I can't remove that. I think I need to get new form. Wait, is she female 3? Whoops. That's the other thing to be aware of. Yes. Okay. Right, well, moving on. Grind, that one. Face paint, but no. Curved, face tattoo. No face tattoo. I don't know why they're all wearing lipstick. Whatever. Contents. That one. Damage. This one. More damage. That one, sure. You know, if you want to come up with your own backstory for any of these characters, feel free. That's fine. These eyes. That one. 23. Best one. Facial hair. Doesn't have any of that. I don't know why I put coal miner in to then just not do it, but whatever. Curved. Perfect. Great. Wonderful. Alright, moving on. Back to the sliders. Everybody's favorite. If you don't like the sliders, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. Just skip ahead to the quests if they're out yet. I wish I could say that, you know, this character will play an important role. Something important will happen to her, but it's not gonna. The most important thing that's gonna happen to her is probably gonna be being gunned down by the player. Which is, kind of sad, now that I come to think of it. I don't really want her nose to be pushed in. I don't know why I keep doing that. That's fine, sure. Let's see. Moving sliders. If you were thinking about making a mod and you thought it was anything other than just moving lots of sliders, I have bad news for you. You know, unless you're making one of the many other kinds of mods. I should have just made another scripting mod. Then I would be streaming literally typing in Notepad. Again. Actually, it wouldn't quite be Notepad. It would be probably slightly less developed than Notepad, so in some regards. Is that enough? That's enough. I don't care. No one cares. It's fine. Okay. Female. Okay. Character gem parts. That one. And this one, obviously. You know what? I think she's... I think I've accidentally changed the facial color. Oh no, I think we're on bleached, which was weird, but whatever. I don't think she's got any grime. I think that this is another fresh-faced recruit who has only recently been enlisted into the horrific establishment that is the Bay of Sense Police Force. She doesn't know what she's getting into, and it's gonna be bad. She's gonna walk away with PTSD. And the next mod is gonna be all about her. You'll have to collect 3 spoons for her, and somehow that will cure her PTSD. I don't know why, I don't know how. I just know that that's what's gonna happen. And now to more sliders again. I'm sort of sitting here regretting my decision to do 12 of these, but it's oh, didn't mean to do that. What was that? Is that this one? This one, yes. There. Alright, where's the nose? Where's the back here? Scale it up, perhaps. Move our nostrils around a bit. That's good. Sure, yeah, why not? And now to disregard. Sliders. I'm not disregarding them, but I'm not paying attention to where they're going. So that's good, you know? Everybody apparently is getting a moon chin. So, what is it? Chiseled jaw. Alright. It's very square. But I don't know. I feel like I need to call her Ramirez. I don't know why. I think she's probably now sufficiently different. I think she was sufficiently different a little while ago. I think she might have some super mutant in her blood, maybe. I'm not sure. Okay. Great. Let's save, because, you know, regular saving is something that you should always be doing when working with the creation kit. These are the Produce Guild security. Good. Never mind. Here we are. Alright. The other thing about tying myself down to 12, specifically 12 police officers, is that if for some reason I need more, we'll live a little bit up shit creek. I say that, but I suppose with 12 it just means I have a larger sample size for random spawns if I need them. Let me see. Face tattoo. I really want to give them the face tattoo. You know what? Sure. Lucky Clover. 0.07 of a Lucky Clover. It just looks like more dirt on her face. Which, to be fair, is probably the best use for it. Damage. Let's give her a nice left brow gash. Put that all the way up to 1. Why not? That hair color and this hair color. Perfect. Oh, wait, no, that hair. This one. Yep. Eyes. These. Sure. Hair. That one. Seems fine. Okay. Excellent. Alright, let's move some sliders, shall we? Alright, what else is going on? Nothing, we're just moving sliders. Nothing else is happening. If you think something else is happening, you're crazy. Oh. Good, right. This feels like something I probably should have done off stream. So, you know, whatever, it's fine. Because if any of you were wondering how to quickly generate generic NPCs, this is how you do it. Okay, I don't know what exactly has given her this incredibly square jaw thing going on. Let's try and fix that. I say fix, there's nothing wrong with it. I just want to change it so it looks a bit different. Okay, that seems fine. I'm not too bothered about anything else. As again, all I really want to do is make them look different enough that you can distinguish them. Wow, that's what happened to her chin. What did I do to her chin? I put the scale. No. Whoops. I mean, you know, it's not the end of the world if some of them do end up looking as though they are related. I'm sure that some of them probably are. Or maybe they're not. I don't care. These are literally the least important NPCs. Is that different enough now? Okay. Probably. Sure. Yep, I'm fine with that. Okay. Yes, uniform. Perfect. Alright. Okay, let's make a couple more. Couple more police officers. And then I'll probably end the stream, because, you know, why not? Alright, character chill parts. I don't know if that one, sure. Or let's get rid of this and add in that one, sure. That's the same one. I have to confess, when I've been adding these, I haven't been looking at what I've been clicking. I don't have a good reason for that. It's not a good practice to get into. I don't know. Here we are. In my head, I was like, that'll make it more random. I didn't, you know, then stop to ask myself, why is more random better? I just decided, hey, that'll be more random and that'll be a good thing. Apparently the music stopped. That's good. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know why I did that. Spotify was like, nah, I don't feel like playing anymore. I was like, oh, okay. Has he got a forehead tattoo? How did he get one of those? Just popping up everywhere. That was the moles. Let's remove those. Okay. Normally I would say, you know, it's good to think things out, but with generic characters, I'm too much. Left brow gash. Of course, then again, if you're watching this and you're taking my advice, I would point out that I've only done scripting mods before this. Oh. I have watched a lot of TV though. Sure, that'll help. Good. Oh, I forgot to change his hair. I don't know. And let's make him clean shaven as well. I feel like the clean good. I feel like the clean shaven to beard ratio is in favor of clean shaven people. I don't know, if you're sitting there and you're like, I saw 50 bearded people on my way home today. I mean, feel free to leave a comment saying that. And I'll tell you that by contrast, I think I've only seen one bearded person today. One. You know, you might use the fact that I don't go out much against me and say that is why I haven't seen many bearded people. But, you know, I call that a dick move. Glad that I'm having imaginary debates with myself now. Oh wow. Hello, Skullman. That actually looks fine. Okay. This looks like a hard man who you wouldn't want to mess with. Unless, you know, you were like a level 20 guy with a 10mm. Just to make him look even weirder. Excellent. Oh, I forgot to change his eyes too. Perfect. Green light. Green light is, of course, less fattening than green normal. Ask anyone who eats eyeballs. Okay. I feel like I can probably get away with just sticking him in now. He's probably sufficiently different. I should change his nose, actually. Let me see. Nose tip is probably the most important factor in the changing of his nose. Oh, excuse me. I hope that my microphone never picks up when I burp or whatever. And just randomly I say, oh, excuse me. I hope that you assume it's for producing terrible content. Alright, about that. Is that fine? I'm gonna change his chin, because everybody has a moon chin just now for some reason. Where's my chin at? I'm not entirely sure why reducing his chin made him look weak from the side, but that's fine by me. He has a weak chin. Okay, create new form, yeah. And I guess we'll make one more, sure. Alright, let's get rid of the grime. I think this will be another clean one. We'll do that one, sure. Remove this scar, keep the forehead scar, and add in a center burn, which will be, you know, like that much. Markings, blemishes, I think we need to add any of that. Let's put this to 05, and then, I don't know why, but I'm getting a feeling that the Gek is about to crash. Oh, I forgot to do the hair. I feel like the Gek's about to crash. So when that happens, I'm gonna be upset. And then if it doesn't happen, you know, I guess lucky escape. Change the icon to this one, sure. Facial hair, beard 19. Alright, great. Sure, why not? Kind of degenerate wolves. I keep having character genmorph nightmares. They haunt my every waking hour and my every sleeping hour. Sliders attack me in sort of like never-ending hallways. None of that's true. Alright. At least the music's funky, you know? It's always good. I just be Now I'm starting to question if I've changed the same sliders just over and over now. Good. I have to say though, I'm looking forward to doing the quest making. I think that'll be fun. Partly because some of it is basically just writing in a notepad document, which is what I do best. If you're interested in quest making, though, you know, look out for that stuff, which will be coming fairly soon after, when will that be coming? Maybe next week or the week after. And again, if I'm very lucky, I can get through, many generic NPCs, and it may come to the end of this week. But, you know, I make no promises. Never make any promises, because, you know, then you have to keep them. That's terrible. I'm pretty sure I've said that before. I stand by it. This is going to be one of those characters where when you turn them to the side, they look weird. Or not. Or not. I feel like we need to do something with his cheekbones. They look too scully. Need to look a little bit more Mulder. That sounded as though it was some sort of measurement that I have in my head. It doesn't. I think he looks like a skull, a literal skull. And then I made it. Because that's what I do. Also make mods. That's literally it. Those are my functions. About that. Is he so happy? He just loves his job. Oh boy. Good. Yes, good. Okay, how do we feel about that? He's still looking a little bit gaunt, but he's sufficiently different that we can get away with it. Okay. I thought I was gonna be at an hour by now, but apparently I'm not. So let's make another one, yay! Alright, let's do another female police officer. Why not? It feels it feels difficult to randomize my ratio, my gender ratio for characters. Because it's quicker to just sort of keep cloning one after the other of the same one, but then that makes them all the same gender, which is less random. So, yeah, I don't know, whatever. Lipstick. That one. Lip beige. Does anyone actually use beige lipstick? Is that a thing? I feel like that sort of defeats the point. I don't know. I don't really get it. And, this one. Yep, good. Okay, we need to change the hair to 22, obviously. Everybody likes good old hair 22. Facial hair, eyebrows, teeth. Teeth dirty. Why not? We don't have many teeth dirties, so she have white hair. Should we give her wrinkles too? There aren't enough people with wrinkles either. Let's do weathered. Sure. Those cheeks look really weird. They look like they're from, I don't know, early 2000s for some reason. Good. Alright, I don't think there's any point in even playing with this. Cheekbones. Let's scale that down. If that helped. No, I didn't. Right. Okay. We need to go find cheeks and something about that instantly fixed it. Hooray! I don't know. Should we make her look gaunt? Look gaunt too. A little bit of gaunting going around. Gaunting, of course, was an ancient medieval practice where knights would throw down gauntlets at each other to challenge them. Them being of a higher rank. Specifically, it was a gaunting if a knight challenged somebody who's above them in the station. It was merely a normal challenge if they were of the same rank or lower. Alright, let me see now. I don't know how much I need to do with the nose, really. Is it weird and pushed in? It is weird and pushed in. I need to do a lot with the nose, apparently. It does not help him. Do that, maybe. No? Okay. Let's move this over here. Bring this back a little bit. Scale the jaw outer down. I wish I had a find function. I think I've said this before, so that I can find all the nose stuff. Is all the nose stuff down here? Is that... No. No, it's not. Okay. Now I feel vindicated. Which, you know, is always a nice feeling. Feeling vindicated. I would give it 10 out of 10. Okay. Where is Nose Bridge? That's not what I'm looking for either. This has been scaled up. Though, that said, I think her nose does not look... No, it still looks kind of weird. It looks sort of Neanderthal-like. Or maybe I'm just imagining. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me if I'm imagining something. Good, yep. Oh, actually, pushing it back seems to help. You want to scale that up, maybe? This universal mind resides. My problem is that I think I need Nose Bridge, maybe? Maybe he's anti-God. Again, though, this is being scaled up, and I forgot about that as I was saying it. Let's do that. Sure. Alright. Now I think if we randomly throw the mouth sliders around, that'll randomize her enough that we can probably just call it there. Yeah, now that I've done a little bit of careful sculpting, let's say fuck it and move sliders around randomly. Yay! I have to confess, nav meshing is the most boring part of the mod making process. By the way, if anyone wants to disagree with me, I still have nav meshing that needs to be done if you want to do that. But, I don't know, I feel that this is a close second. She looks really angry. I feel like I need to move her mouth up a little bit. Does that do it? That's fine. Alright, okay. Great, perfect. Create a new form. Yes. Let's save and end the stream there. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that if you did enjoy, you'll come back and watch some more. I stream from Thursdays to Sundays at some sort of time. Usually sometime between 12 p.m. GMT and 10 p.m. GMT. One of those two. You can see here. It's 11. Anyway. Oh, excuse me. I started at 10 though. Fairly sure. Sometime around then. The main reason that I'm streaming this process instead of doing it offline is so that I can get input from people who are interested in playing the mod before it's released. Of course, you know, the caveat with that being, if you want to play it and not be spoiled for the story, don't watch the quest making part. Everything else will be fine though. Do I need to say anything else? Oh yeah, I have a YouTube account and a Twitter account, both of which I will post a notification to 5 minutes before I go live. So if you would like to catch these streams live and, you know, give me some input, ask questions, whatever, those are good ways of staying informed. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day, or night, or whatever it is for you.